welcome back to the training. How was the break?
It was good. I had a good break. Got away from footy. Spent some time with loved ones, and yeah, I thought I was ready to come back though. These last 2 weeks, definitely tuning back into what we're doing here, and obviously the boys have been back for a couple of weeks, so hearing what they've been doing sort of gets you a little bit nervous. But the break served its purpose for sure.
Obviously, at the end of the season, you made that decision not to put your hand up for representative football. Has that break made you realise that was the right decision?
Yeah, I think the way it all unfolded, I meant no malice in any of it. Purely just wanted to, put my best foot forward for this club, this playing group, and yeah, I think I went about my off-season how I should. Get away from the game, switch off, and then sort of get back into it and get ready for the pre-season and feel good. Body's in good shape, mentally in good shape. So excited for these next 5 weeks. Preseason.
When that all unfolded, did you have a good chat to Mal about why you made the decision?
Yeah, we had a couple of phone calls. Yeah.
And was he comfortable with your decision and why you want to focus here with the Knights?
Yeah, we had those phone calls. I think that was about 5 weeks ago. Lots has happened since then. We're here now. I'm focusing on the Knights. Day one, nearly complete. So, what happened 5 weeks ago happened 5 weeks ago, and I'm into my footy now. I'm worrying about what's at hand.
Did you get any FOMO watching what the Aussies were achieving?
Seeing boys compete at the highest level is obviously something that I want to do. Always wanted to, but I just know what's right for me and where I am at the moment, and what I want to achieve. Yeah.
I was going to say, how did you find this morning? Held up all right in the heat?
Good. Yeah, my calves are good. My body's good. My lungs were a bit sore for a bit there, but yeah, the boys that came back 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they set the pace for us. Our younger boys, some of them are flying at the moment, so it's nice to come into an environment where that's the standard and sort of chase them, and I think today was good, yeah.
And how active of an off-season have you had?
How active?
Yeah.
Pretty active.
What have you been getting up to? How do you stay motivated and keep active during the off-season?
Like I just touched on, I get away, switch off, don't watch any footy, don't think about it, enjoy life, get away, spend time with loved ones, and then I do tune back in. This is a pretty important block leading into the season. These next 2 months set you up, I think, for the season that's ahead. I think I've learnt that over the last couple of years, that the foundations are set now as an individual, as a club, as a team. So yeah, making sure that I'm ready to go.
How important is the mental side of things to have that break, not just to give your body a break, but to mentally just escape and not think about footy at all and then come back refreshed? How important is that side of things?
I personally think it's pretty important. I think as you get older, you learn that sort of thing. It's all mental. Everyone at the elite level is physically pretty well the same. So it's all mental from here on in. But people do it different ways. I know what makes me tick, so that's what I did in the off season.
Obviously, the last few seasons have been disrupted with injury and what have you. How are you feeling now, and what are your goals for this pre-season?
I feel good. I feel good, even though today was a tough day, but I'm pretty happy with my times and whatnot. I've got some goals set, but yeah, just being as present and hungry, I guess, as well I have been in the last 2 years, and that's not an issue for me. But yeah, just being present when I'm in these four walls, and then when I leave, being present wherever I am, and making sure that I'm mentally ready every day.
At the start of last season, you were eager to do better than the previous year, making another final series, only one game. Are you still just as hungry to get the team to go even further next season?
Definitely. Yeah, I think this is my 7th or 8th year at this club. Definitely builds every year.
Kalyn, all in all, how do you reflect on last season?
It was tough. But again, as a club, I was pretty proud of the adversity that we overcome. Injuries, doubt from external people. But I think the way that this group sort of relished in all of that, I thought we were in a position where we should have won that Cowboys game. I still think we should have won that. So I think, you look at the year that we had, it was pretty tough, but as a group we got through it pretty well. But you have to be top 4, really. Like, the proof is in the pudding. You can't win a comp if you're not there, so that's the aim, really.
What are some of the key areas where you think this team can improve next season?
I think we probably have to start better. Our starts have sort of, over the last couple of years, put us behind, and then we sort of make a run in the back end of the year. It'd be nice to sort of be sitting higher, at the start of the year, but there's plenty of things. But the main thing is just we've got a pretty cool group now, so us cool boys really taking control of this team, and that sort of starts now, today, and the next 2 months. Seasons are long. They're challenging. Lots happen. Lots of different hurdles to jump over. But these next 2 months we can control.
There's a fair bit of stability in the side. I think you only lose Daniel Safedi from the starting team. How much of a difference does that make heading into next season, do you think?
I guess we'll find out.
Like, in terms of last year, lost Fitzy, Dom Young. I think there's a few more the year before that. In terms of combinations and that sort of thing, does it make a difference?
Well, it's easy to say now, but we'll find out round 1. But the only thing we can control now is how we train over these next 5 weeks, and then after that, the block that we have before March, before round 1. But I don't want to say too much now. It's day 1 of preseason.
The draws out today. Do you look too much into who you're playing and when?
I haven't had the time to. I will. I'll have a little bit of a look. I know our first 9 weeks there's not many home games. That might be correct. But yeah, I think it's good. It is exciting to see who you're playing and sort of get that in your head, and for our fans and families and whatnot if they want to travel and whatnot. But I haven't had a look yet.
So I guess in the scheme of things, we look at it and say, you're not going to Melbourne, you're not playing the Broncos in Brisbane. Does any of that really factor in for a player? You've just got to turn up and play. Does the way the draw runs, does it really matter to you?
I haven't had a look at it, but I mean, not really. It's not really. I think every week's pretty well the same with your travel or not. Obviously, home games are nice. We want to play at home. We love our fans. That's for us. That's for me. That's why you're a Knight, is to play at home in front of these fans. But at the same time, we've got a job to do whether you're at home or away. So, no, it's not really too much of a change.
The season's a little while away yet. It's only day 1 for you. But do you have that message for fans? Is that trophy at the top of your list?
Yeah, it's what you do. It's why you come in here every day and compete. Definitely. We've got a lot of hard work. That's what I mean. It's day 1 of pre-season. I'm not going to say too much, but we've got a lot of hard work over these next 2 months. But that's always a goal, for sure.
You mentioned touched on a sort of slow start to the season, to the last couple of campaigns. Can you put your finger on maybe why, or what you can do in the pre-season to stop that happening again, or to try and get a stronger start this season?
If I look at last season, I don't think we're too far off. Our first 5-6 rounds, we were only losing by 2-4, and they were in the dying minutes of games. What does that come down to? I don't know. But I'd like to obviously change that result. And just sort of, I think starting the season well, we probably haven't done that the last 2 years. So if you ask me off the top of my head what I want to change, that would be my change.
Is there a bit of excitement around the club right now with the Women's State of Origin announcement and the Magic Round announcement?
I think it's awesome for the women's game. I can see why they brought it here. I mean, our fans, this community, they love their rugby league. For sure, I can see why that's special for the women's. And then for us, we're excited to go, obviously. Went last year and we missed out the year before that, I think. So it's an awesome round. It's awesome for fans, players. It's like a big festival. It's exciting.